When it comes to dividend growth stocks, Johnson & Johnson is the cream of the crop. They're at the tippity top. I bit my tongue. The tippity top. Johnson & Johnson is the cream of the crop at the tippity top of dividend stocks. For 59 consecutive years, they have been increasing that dividend, which is why they're one of my favorite dividend growth companies. As many dividend growth investors, it's at the tippity top of their lists as well, for good reason. But big news, Johnson & Johnson is splitting into two companies. So is this a good thing? I'm going to give you a quick bit of rundown what I think, and let's get to it. This video is not brought to you by The Stuff. For a taste that's out of this world with no artificial ingredients, proudly made in Midland, Georgia, enough is never enough. The Stuff. Hey, what's up? I'm Russ, and we talk dividend growth investing here on the channel. And if you like this stuff as much as you like dividend growth investing, give it a big thumbs up. So with this news, I think it's official that the era of the big conglomerates, Jack Welch style, the former GE CEO, of buying everything and just growing like the blob, like The Stuff, making those companies as big as they can get. I think we're unwinding, and it's really coming to an end here with the likes of Toshiba splitting into three, GE breaking into three companies, IBM spinning off Kyndryl, Verizon selling Verizon Media, which included the likes of Yahoo and AOL, AT&T merging with Discovery and spinning off Warner Discovery, United Technologies breaking into United Technologies, Carrier and Otis, and GlaxoSmithKline and Pfizer combining their consumer health segments. So I think it's a good thing that they're going to be focusing attention and more or less streamlining business, being able to just concentrate on the bread and butter of these segments. So GE, for instance, with Larry Culp as the CEO, I think it's crazy to expect him to have to know about aviation and healthcare and energy, which are the three segments, three companies that GE is going to be splitting into. So put people at the helm that are experts in those fields and in those businesses, and I think it will be much better, and it's long overdue. So post-breakup, us Johnson & Johnson shareholders are expected to receive shares in both companies, and they say that will be a tax-free event for us, as well as that dividend, which they say is expected to remain at least at the same level for Johnson & Johnson. In 2020 and 2019, comparatively, the consumer health has been far less than the medical devices and pharmaceuticals. And in 19, which was before the coronavirus pandemic, consumer health was only 17% of total revenue. And I also wonder if this has something in Johnson & Johnson's case. They're kind of using this fad of breaking up your company to be a little bit of a cover of distancing the consumer health, which has had problems with the oft-mentioned and in the news talcum powder lawsuits that have been going on. If it is related, then the right thing needs to be done, especially if the company knew about it, but that's for the courts to decide. And consequently, Johnson & Johnson is going to be paying some money, and I think that will be taken care of. Another potential headwind to keep in mind and think about that could affect several pharmaceutical companies is the Democrat-led Medicare negotiation drug plan here in the United States. A couple of the highlights from the plan is that pharmaceutical companies would be penalized for increasing prices faster than inflation. There would be about a $2,000 out-of-pocket cap on drug prices for seniors on Medicare, and it would give the HHS inside of the government the power to negotiate the 10 most expensive drugs that have had no competition for 9 years for most drugs, and then 12 years for more of the complex drugs that are out there on the market. Now, that wouldn't start until 2023 and go into effect in 2025, and then that would bump up to what I've seen to about 20 drugs that would be able to be negotiated in 2028. Of course, the other side, the Republicans, say that this would hamper creativity and it would hamper research and development and coming up with new drugs. But interestingly enough, they pointed out that all the drug companies spent more on share buybacks and dividends than they did on research and development, save for two companies. That was AstraZeneca and Roche. Now, this is clearly the market trend. It's the hip hot thing that all the kids on Wall Street are doing. You're breaking up your companies and spinning off segments. So whether this is just streamlining business or they're trying to give the perception of lower share prices and create value in that way in an overvalued market, or if it's to avoid some potential litigations or the new drug plan that's coming down the pike that they've been wanting to get the camel's nose under the tent for many years, whatever it is, I like it. I think it's going to make these companies leaner, meaner, and they're going to be able to just focus on what makes these segments so great. Basically, also in the case of Johnson & Johnson, I think that the consumer health was lost amidst the pharmaceuticals and the medical devices for quite some time. So, hey, who knows? Maybe this will give them an opportunity to focus and acquire and begin growing that segment. Maybe it's been stifled. What do you think of this breakup? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? What have I missed? What do you think should have been said? Let us know in the comments below, because you know where the comments go. And if you would like to buy me a beer, please don't hesitate to head over to the link in the description below as well and buy yours truly here a beer. And this whole thing here, this bridge portfolio that I'm sharing, one more time to the link to the description below, and you can click on degrin.com where I share some of the portfolios that we talk about here on the channel. Speaking of companies getting smaller and spinning off, how about one that's getting bigger and spinning off? It's a realty company, and if you would like to find out about that company, check out this video right here, and I will see you there.